inside her jeans pocket. This was a covert mission. She exited the vehicle to a balmy 64 degrees. Per usual, it didn't look like snow for the Texas Hill Country this Christmas, but anything could happen in a week. A myriad of reporters demanded her identity, but she kept her head down to avoid being caught on camera, being sure not to act too inconspicuous. Her cowgirl boots clicked along the asphalt as she approached the front door. She ignored the reporters' questions and kept her back to the hungry cameras. Cedar Springs PD might be calling this a suicide, and maybe it was, and the autopsy report might read the same. But she and her director, George Baldwin, needed to know for sure. Judge Williford had ties to Governor Paul Henderson, and Paul Henderson was why she was here. No one could know. Not yet. Not even Stone Spencer. Emily wasn't going to lie. She did work in the Public Integrity Unit, after all. But she also wasn't going to share confidential information with the judge or anyone else. Her father used to say one only had their good word. Once that was broken, one could kiss integrity goodbye. Emily had adhered to that philosophy her entire life. It's why she chose the PIU. She and 3 other Texas Rangers worked full-time on cases against public officials and state employees. Too bad Dad hadn't lived up to his own good counsel. But her maternal grandfather had. He'd been a Texas Ranger, too. Emily only wished he had been alive to see her own silver star. She rang the doorbell, her spiel on the tip of her tongue. A woman in a uniform opened the door, and the scent of holiday candles and cinnamon wafted toward her. "No reporters," the woman barked. "You've been warned already." Emily fished out her Texas Ranger star and discreetly held it out. "Is the judge home? I'd like to talk to him about his wife." The housekeeper eyed her attire, or lack of. No light-colored cattleman, no white dress shirt with a crossover tie, black blazer, and khaki pants. "I'm trying to be discreet for the judge's sake." Nodding, the petite woman allowed Emily inside. "He's here, in his study, hasn't come out to even eat a sandwich for lunch." Emily glanced at her watch. It was nearing 1 o'clock. She scanned the pristine home. The marble flooring gleamed. A shiny mahogany banister lined a spiral staircase. An ostentatious foyer chandelier glittered over an equally ostentatious Christmas tree. She skimmed the premises for any sign of Stone or his brothers, who worked with him in the family business. Thankfully, she saw no one. The housekeeper knocked on a door. "Your Honor, Texas Ranger..." She looked at Emily. "Emily O'Connell." "Emily O'Connell from..." "The Public Integrity Unit," she offered. She repeated Emily's words. "She's here to talk with you." Emily heard stirring behind the door, and then it opened to the Honorable Charles Williford. His hair was thick and white, matching his tidy, full mustache. He had a Sam Elliott vibe going for him. When he spoke, he sounded like the famous actor, too. "Why is the Integrity Unit here?" He eyeballed Emily and her lack of uniform. "I didn't wear my uniform for discretion." She held up her badge. "You can call my supervisor if you'd like. I'm not a reporter trying to be sneaky." "It was suicide," he said, choking on his words. His dark eyes were bloodshot, and the room smelled of pipe tobacco and grief. "Yes, Your Honor, I heard." She laid a hand on his bicep, feeling his pain in her chest. "I'm so sorry for your loss. I'm just here to do my job. I'll make it quick and then leave you." "Did someone report foul play?" He sighed. "I don't understand why you'd be here otherwise." They hadn't been tipped off about this particular incident. There'd been no formal complaint or evidence. But a Texas Ranger who had been assigned protective duty to the governor had come to George Baldwin 2 weeks ago with allegations, several photos he'd pulled from the iCloud, and his written and recorded statement saying he believed Governor Paul Henderson had directly murdered or indirectly had 3 women killed in the past 4 years. All 3 women had been related to men who were fraternity brothers with Paul Henderson, and all 3 women had been in the governor's presence within days of their deaths. Tiffany